Manayatri is the Hyderabad's very own local app. The way the app works is it's a people first zero commission app. What we mean by that is whatever customer is paying, that is going 100% to the driver without any middleman. So what Manayatri is a technology platform and not a technology intermediary. It is not a broker in between the customer and the driver. Our entire endeavor is to build a strong community of happy customers and happy drivers by reducing the cost of the technology platform and passing on the full benefits to the drivers and customers. Effectively, drivers earn more, customers pay less. That is our mantra to make this happen. But why we are trying to do this a little different than some of the other apps that we have already launched. We had a great success in multiple other cities in India. Manayatri, for example, in Bangalore, Yatri Sati in Kolkata. All of them had the very strong local flavor. The app was customized to the requirements of people of that respective city. A single app, it's very difficult to make it work for the entire country. India as a country is so diverse. There are so many different ways, different culture, different communication. So we believe a local approach is needed. Let's say Telangana, the way the transportation works is a little different from, let's say, how it works in Delhi or in Bangalore. So that's why we wanted to make this customized. The communication, content, etc. will be different. The kind of features, we will retain all the best features from our Yatri group of apps. We'll customize it further to suit the needs of the people of Telangana and Hyderabad. And third, we will also work very closely with government, community and NGOs to make welfare schemes get amplified through the platform as well. Welfare schemes could include electrification of autos, giving loans at extremely low rates or interest-free working capital loans, to making the drivers fundamentally better to offer great service to the customers. Essentially, we want, like a corporate employee is consistently getting guidance, support, training to do his job better, our endeavor is to give a platform which will help the drivers give their job in a better way so that the customers are happy and drivers are happy as well. See, essentially, drivers are today putting in the entire money for the auto. He is maintaining the auto, he is incurring the cost of the fuel, etc. So, he is ultimately offering the service to the customer. Of course, he is financially getting enabled only by the payment from the customers. So, our entire endeavor is to give an excellent customer service by empowering the drivers. Our app, customer side app, is the highest rated in India in terms of the rating, satisfaction, they call it CSAT and NPS scores, etc. Essentially, if we keep the drivers happy, they will keep the customers happy. You don't need to come in between as the big boss and then try to control both sides. We believe that we need to enable drivers. Fundamentally, they have good empathy and their intent is to give a good service. All you need to do is just enable them. And of course, in case if there are any unwanted scenarios that happen, we'll have to provide the resolution mechanism both for the customer as well as for the driver. That's what we intend to do. That we do it with collaboration with government, with police, with traffic departments, etc. See, our pricing policy is extremely open, transparent compared to what customers would have used to in other apps. The biggest complaint that we have heard from drivers is that whatever customer is paying, I don't know how much I'm going to get. Different parts of the day, there is different price. And sometimes I'm not even able to meet the fuel cost for me. So that's one of the complaints of the driver. During search price, we heard that whatever customers are paying, as much as 40-50% is taken back as the commission, etc. The first thing that we are doing is extreme transparency and openness in our fare policy. Both customers and drivers will be clearly communicated on the different fare policy. But having said that, we also know that during peak time, demand is higher, supply is limited. So we will have to let the market discover the price a little bit. Rather than we coming and setting the price, what we enable to do is driver will have a flexibility to add 10% of the fare. And similarly, customers have the flexibility to add what we call it as the optional tip from the customer. So essentially, we are giving the freedom and flexibility to both the driver and the customer to increase the price. And if there is a rush hour price that has to be done, it will be very transparently communicated to the customers and the drivers upfront, so that they are very clear that this is the price and this is what I am getting in hand completely. Yeah, so I think we just did a soft launch a couple of months back. We have been working very closely with a lot of auto drivers, unions here, and some of the community members from T-Hub is helping us to understand the nuances of Hyderabad and what the requirements of the people from here as well as the drivers from here. So far, we have done a soft launch, and based on the initial launch, we have 25,000 auto plus cab drivers. In the next 3 months, there is a lot of interest from drivers to become part of this platform with the right kind of support from the community. It is a community initiative. It is a government endorsement is there. So with both of these things, we believe in the next 3 months, we will be able to get close to 1 lakh drivers, both from cabs as well as auto in the next 3 months.
So I think the Manayatri team is probably a better place to answer. It's one more option. One way to think of it as competition. One way to think about it is more option. So when you have a buffet lunch, you have options. Everyone picks and chooses whatever they wish to have. So what Manayatri is bringing is one more option, which has a different proposition for buyers, different proposition for the people who own the or ride the auto rickshaws and taxis. And so if those people who prefer this proposition, we expect that they will select that. So we are a backbone. We are a technical backbone on which everything is connected to a single network. And so our job is to ensure whoever wants to join the network, we help them become a part of it. That help we've already done. So already Just Pay is part of a network. This is now just a new version of their application. So Hyderabad people, I think, should also like it, because we have seen the same model now being run in other cities. We've done this in Bangalore, we've done this in Kolkata, and we are seeing the acceptance both from people who are owning or running the auto rickshaws and taxis, and acceptance from the riders. So we expect that even here in Hyderabad, people will accept it, and we'll see progress here. So I think you'll have to ask them that question. We don't direct their plans. This is something that they have to make a decision on. And these two models are different, right? So your pricing is linked to what business model you operate. They have a business model that is different, and they are priced according to that. The Yatri apps have a different business model, and they are priced according to that.